An ordinary white towel, carried as a truce flag, signaled the climax of a 4-year struggle. General Robert E. Lee had agreed to discuss the surrender of the Army of Northern Virginia, and on the afternoon of Sunday, April 9, 1865, he rode to the McLean House in the village of Appomattox Court House. General Ulysses S. Grant followed shortly. After reminiscing a few minutes, Lee asked Grant to put his terms in writing. The terms were simple. Officers and men would give their paroles not to take up arms against the government of the United States. Arms, artillery, and public property were to be surrendered. Then the soldiers would be free to return to their homes. Lee carefully polished his spectacles, then read the document. A word had been inadvertently omitted from the draft. Lee borrowed a pencil to insert the missing word. Grant's secretary then drafted copies of the preliminary terms. About 3 o'clock, Lee left the McLean House. The next day, 3 Union and 3 Confederate generals drafted the final articles of surrender. At 8:30 p.m., the 6 officers signed the document on John Gibbon's camp table. Printing presses were set up in the Clover Hill Tavern to print the thousands of paroles that allowed the Southern soldiers to return home. On April 12, 1865, 4 years to the day that the conflict began, with the bombardment of Fort Sumter in Charleston Harbor, the soldiers of the Army of Northern Virginia laid down their arms. "The war is over," said Grant. "The rebels are our countrymen again."
Yay.